So before I left Memphis, I quit doing drugs when I was around 26 years old. In 2012, I decided to move to Nashville. I had transferred the drug addiction over to alcoholism unknowingly. When I came here, I started hearing about Joy Church from people. So the very next week, I went to Joy Church for the first time. Radically got saved, started walking with God, just knew that I was going to be done with alcohol for the rest of my life. I had quit doing drugs, quit drinking, I quit smoking cigarettes. I was a big quitter. One day at Men's Warehouse, this handsome guy walked into the store, and he was with his daughter, Ashley, and he was here to buy a suit.
My first impression of Christin was great, and I had kept on thinking about her after that first time we met. Fast forward a few months, and I'm sitting in the foyer at Joy Church waiting for WCBI classes to begin, and Christin walked in the door, much to my surprise. So a number of years before Christin and I started becoming friends, I had been attending Joy Church with my family for several years. After having gone through a divorce, I had realized many things. One of those was that I was a hearer of the word and not a doer of the word. With the WCBI classes and the teaching here at Joy Church, I really started to grow. And again, I feel the same way, that it was leading me into this new chapter of my life.
And all the while we're being friends and getting to know one another. So the next year, the next class started, and it was the beginning of the winter class, and it was the very first day, and I went over and told him that I wanted to tell him my testimony, and he said, "Well, I've been trying to ask you out for coffee." Well, my mind was on Jesus that whole year, so I didn't notice. But we went out the very next day, and we've been together ever since.
It was important to us both that we do this God's way.
Yeah.
And so we haven't done it perfectly, of course, but when we were dating, we did it God's way. Now that we're married, we're doing it God's way. And we're starting our day and putting God at the top of our page.